Moi, je t'ai dit, là,
Tirer du lit à cette heure, ça aurait très bien pu.
And we're back. Let's go. We have a lot of things to do. dessus. Sorry, guys. I take a shower before the sunrise. What?
This mysterious man.
You know how much I love you? Baby, please come back.
Harry here. We found two.
Trauma dumping on Edge.
You just come in here just being center of attention.
Liz was just pulling issues out of thin air and just trauma dumping on Edge.
You just come in here just being center of attention, talking about you.
Like, I'm sure it's coming from a place of all this built-up emotion, anger she's been holding in for 6 months, rightfully so, and she just wants to smack it on Ed. I will say, from the tell-all preview, you do see her new man on the show, so she is currently in a relationship. I say that because despite her, showing her hatred to Ed right now, like, it's clear as day that she still loves this man. Like, she's not exactly over him. Still hopped into this new relationship. A little concerning.
I was actually surprised that she hugged him for so long. She was like cleaning his tears. I'm like,
Listen,
okay.
let me say this. I don't know who she is with or she's with somebody or not, but she looks happy no matter what she was with.
I'm not the only one who sees this. I'm not the only one who sees that Liz is not over him.
She looks happy no matter what she was with.
Now, this whole time, I'm thinking, like, man, where is Angela and Michael? Oh, yeah, it's Robin Sophie. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I almost forgot these two existed. Almost. Like, it's hard to forget the ultimate cringe story. Fun fact, I got the song on my playlist right here. I don't know if you can see that right there. You're a star. Boom. Just in case I need a dose of cringe, like a sniff of crack, just plop it open. Oh yeah, it's it right here.
Look how nice this is. This is such a nice skin.
Look us here. Rob is in the house.
This boy Gene almost slipped up. He wanted to say Rob the Knob.
Rob is in the house.
Look who's here. Rob the Knob. Rob is in the house.
Is Salty here too? Where's Salty? Are you guys together?
I'm sure she'll be here in a second.
Recently, we've just been hanging out again, which we're not
so separate. She was sitting outside, being nervous.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everybody here is after law. I think we're at that place where we're just trying to see what can be salvaged, can we work it out.
Is this legitimate?
Crazy. Why you say it like that?
I swear, this man Kobe's the biggest instigator. Like, it's something you say, oh, that sounds kind of wholesome. But really, deep down, you just be starting shit. You know, at the end of the day, we're all here for God, right? Peace, love, unity, respect. Remember Rob? He was texting like 50 girls. That was so funny, right, guys?
Are you guys having sex? It's a question. Very easy.
It ain't me, but I be trying.
It was him for the first 6 months.
No, it
and then
wasn't.
it was me the rest.
At the end of the day, everybody here is after the law.
So-
It's crazy. But anyway, so we find out from the producers that Angela and Michael weren't
We
showing
had
up
the
to
morning.
house that night.
We still have to upload some clips.
Now, I don't know if it's because Emily's pregnant or she just started having dragon dreams. Whatever the case was, she was able to predict why Angela and Michael didn't show up, almost to a T.
I don't think she wants anybody to meet Michael.
Why would she want?
Usually both.
Nature of corn. Un petit porte-clés douillet. Beautiful sunset. Sunrise, I'm tired. Okay, stop fucking complaining. Got shit to do, dude. So. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Third Show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 9th June 2025. As you can tell, it is a beautiful, beautiful sunrise this morning. One of my favorites. We have the clouds, they're shining, it's fun, we can enjoy it. Today I'm coming in with a great mindset. I'm in a good mood. Didn't go sleep yet, so I'm gonna finish until the battery is over. When the battery is going to be over, I'm going to go sleep a little bit. Because today on the 9th, if you're really following the channel, holy shit, it's really windy. So, gotta make sure that they don't throw garbage on the ground. I'm more worried about my phone than anything else, to be honest. Yeah. Because I don't want to put garbage on the, it is going to be raining. Today is going to be raining. Long story short, if you guys know the channel a lot, you know that today, the 9th, we got our new Wi-Fi. It was more for the upload speed than anything else. We used to be at 20, used to be at 50, Now this is a cool video, but it's kind of like a bittersweet video to do. First of all, you see this. This is gorgeous. This is what I want to do for a while. We'll do another video for that. But long story short, I'm finding myself being more complex about sunrise. Like, to me, a simple sunrise is kind of boring versus a sunrise like this that is fucking phenomenal. You know? So yesterday we had a new Wi-Fi and it's working wonders. It's uploading way faster, which was a problem. Definitely hindered production or hindered creativity when you have restriction. It's like, hey, I want to be creative. I want to make my own aquarium, but I can't swim. It's like, you know. So yesterday we had this magical moment. This is why I'm in a good mood. This is good mental headspace. This is really, really kind of like a celebration. So we had a nice weather, so it's perfect. I would have some alcohol, but you know what? You don't need the alcohol to celebrate. So yesterday, believe me not, it's all a matter of perception, and this is how crazy it's been. From feeling depressive and almost suicidal, not even a month ago, to now being way better. Yes, well, first of all, I miss streaming. So you see, streaming in a way of, I was feeling less. I made a video about it yesterday, but it's a vicious circle. So, because I was depressed, I didn't have idea for content. Because I didn't have idea for content, I wouldn't make videos. Before I wouldn't make videos, I would talk about how I feel, or externalize emotion, or externalize my voice, right? Because I think it's just talking about everything and anything beats not talking at all. So then, days like yesterday, and it's crazy because we're producing a lot more content. I told you guys we are filming, I want to say up to 3 hours a day. Which is not normal, but at the same time, I used to wake up, thinking about making content. The mindset completely changed. The mindset really did a 360. And I think it's a good thing, to be honest. It's not a good thing question with creation, question with productivity. It's not a great thing, but it's a great thing mentally speaking. I went from waking up and making content. I went to going to sleep and thinking, what can I do tomorrow? I went from inside a video, taking notes for another video, to just waking up and saying, okay, well, what do we have for subject today? What video can we do today? Okay, what's on the menu today? And it's more so, it's kind of weird because I was my own boss last year. That was the worst thing I could do. Right now, I'm still my own boss. Don't worry, there's not a secret puppeteer in here. But at the same time, when you go to work, you're like, okay, well, what is my quota of the day? What do I have to do? Right? Okay, so this is something I need to do today. This is something I can't wait until tomorrow. So let's start with what we have to do today. If I have time, let's start this tomorrow stuff. And this is pretty much it. I have precise time. So, for example, what I do love to do is I love to do like an hour and a half when the sun is waking. Like right now, I like to do like an hour around 10. Because, well, not 10, more like 1.5, 2 o'clock, because the sun will not reach the balcony at 2. The sun rises here, right? We'll go all the way here, and at 2 o'clock you don't have sun. Why? Because it's better for the phone. It's calmer. You still get to see the nature, and then I'll wait until 7 o'clock and just do a TikTok live, and yeah, just chill. That's been kind of it, you know. I think because we're producing less content, or because we're in a weird headspace, we cannot lose the touch. And that's from a person to person, right? That's kind of a person to person, but don't worry, this is a positive video. I'm not complaining. This is all positive. You just have to be looking at the bigger picture of things. So we're creating a lot less content. I feel like, knowing myself, a lot of the concept that I came up with, a lot of the idea, a lot of the videos were just a train of thought. So you have a train of thought, you have this train, and you're starting, and like, okay, well, I'm going in this direction, right? And then you realize that, you know what? Oops, you see? Died. Shit. You know what? There's a stop here, and they have amazing pretzel. There's a stop here, and they have amazing ice cream. Fun fact is, I don't even like pretzel, but I still stopped to take some. And it was hard, but it was also so fulfilling. I have this idea and being creative enough to make a couple of videos with it, right? But now, because of the depression, I stopped creating content, and it was about making recaps. So, for example, one of the really cool thing we did, and this is something that I fucking adore, and this is something I've mentioned multiple times. I want to say multiple times. I've mentioned it. If I didn't mention this 40 times, I didn't mention it twice. Fuck, the wind is strong. I'm nervous. I'm a bit tired, right? So when I'm tired, I'm nervous, because my mind is not as like, holy shit, what is going on? I remember working at AW. That's a true story too. There was this beep, right, to tell you the fries are ready. When you hear the fries beep, you had to pick them up so they don't burn. I was at home. I was sleeping at home. I wish I was joking. I was sleeping at home, and I dreamt that I was working. I heard the beep. I ran out of the bed, and I was looking for the fries. I'm like, oh, holy shit, I'm home. I'm sleeping. You know, that's a funny story. So coming back to it, yeah, I've been talking about it a lot. The greatest thing with having two channels is when I feel like creating content, I can create content. When I feel like streaming, I can stream, right? However, right now we're in a really weird position where I haven't streamed for the last 2 months and a half, which is not true. We started back, so okay, it's true, but it's not true. Technically speaking, we haven't streamed for 2 months and a half. Technically speaking, I started again 3 days ago. This is the 4th days this is the 4th days. We started on the 5th. No, that's not true. We started on the 6th. So I was playing Binding of Isaac. I started on the 6th. Today is the 9th. So this is the 3rd day, which is crazy. And I'm really getting back at it. But it's a new thing. I lost touch with streaming so much. Like, holy fuck, I like this. I was getting excited to making clips. I write down time zone, which you have the clips, and I was excited to make clips because I missed it. When I say this is not true, is because I was playing video games for the last 2 months. I just wasn't streaming them. I was playing it on mobile because I think mobile is actually, and I made multiple videos about that. Mobile is actually pretty good when it comes to gaming. No cap. I drank Fago yesterday. This is water and Crystal Light. It's way better. Let's continuing with our story. And the greatest thing with having the channel is when I don't feel making other content, I can do gaming. When I don't feel like gaming, I can make content, right? However, I didn't think about what if you don't have inspiration. Another 3rd category, which is recapping and reacting. The problem that I did, one of my biggest mistakes as a content creator, the biggest no-no, is touch myself on camera. Oh, that wasn't the biggest no-no. That's it, only the second one, don't worry. The first big no-no was I was doing everything at the same time. I was telling stories, I was making videos, I was streaming, I was recapping, right? I have to categorize more than that. And I feel like recapping right now. Why? Because, well, technically speaking, so I recapped Chili Pepper Boys. The truth is, I didn't need to. It was just a lot of the edit. I felt like it. It got me back into Kenny vs. Penny. Truth is, I didn't have to. I just felt like it. Sounds good? Sounds great. And then I was like, you know what? Let's do some anime. So my biggest flaw is when I dive in. I hyper focus. So I'll do anime. So I'm trying to switch it up. So I was like, okay, well, let's listen to Fullmetal Alchemist, which is great. But I started seeing edits of Dr. Stone. I'm like, shit, I need to see this. And then I was on Netflix yesterday because I'm watching all of that show on Netflix. Could I get another website to watch them? Absolutely. But I am paying for Netflix, so might as well use it, right? My mom, who does so much for me, she was like, "Hey, can I have your password?" I'm like, "Sure." She says, "How much is it? I want to help you pay." I'm like, "Mom, it's $21. Don't worry about it." So we start watching Overlord. Now with Overlord, I'm in a sticky situation. I don't want to watch Overlord. I'm not a fan of Overlord. However, it's leaving Netflix the 30th of June. Today once again is the 9th. So 21 day, which is 3 weeks. There's 4 seasons, so it's one in a week it's more than a season per week, which is nothing. It's 23 episodes, so 23 divided by 7 is 3 and 2/4. Yeah, 3 and 25. 25 of 7 is what? I don't fucking know. 25 is it's 1.75. So it's about 8 hours every single week that I have to do. So that was not good. That's not good math. But it's simple. What you do is you need to watch more than a season per. Okay, so it's 23 divided. Okay, so that's the math what I was doing. So you have to watch a season and a third every single week. So you watch a season a third, you have 3 weeks. There you go. Simple enough. So how much that is, I don't know. I tried to do math, it didn't work. But I have to do a season and a third of 2021 or 23 is it's 8. Yeah, it's 8. So a season and 8 episodes per week, which is 31 episodes per day per week, which end up being 31 divided by 7. That is how much. 31 divided by 7 is how much. We know that 21 is 3. We know that 28 is 4. We know that 25 is 5. So I would say 4 and something. So yeah, that was the original math, you see. Kind of crazy, not crazy. What the fuck I was talking about? Not great, honestly. Not great. So long story short, I come in, and I'm like, okay, I need to watch this. And I don't feel like watching it, but again, it's gonna leave Netflix, I'm like, fuck. So for example, we did the same thing, and that was kind of like the worst thing you could do. So we did One Piece. I want to show you guys. I hope it's seeing it. But right now, the sun is going behind a cloud, which is why it's so much darker. You notice the difference of light, huh? I can see in the window. So it's how I know. Look at the window, guys. You can kind of see. You're seeing the sunrise, which is great. Fucking love life right now. And right now is the goal here. And the worst thing I did was I watched One Piece, which I kind of like, but I want to watch One Piece in one go, which is not possible, but still. And no. One go doesn't mean like non-stop. It means like, okay, well, I'm recapping this. And it's doable. So for example, right now we're going to be doing Elden Ring. And Elden Ring is a playthrough of 200 and something hours. So if I can do this for that, I can do this for One Piece, right? So I started watching One Piece and I'm like tired, like okay, fuck. Yeah, I waited until the last day, of course. Then I had to watch Shameless, and Shameless, I think it was leaving Netflix, I don't know why. So I watched it, binge watching. Again, Shameless, I love it, but was I ready to watch it again? No. Because I watched it 3 times. I watched it once during the pandemic. I watched it once in 2018 when I got Netflix. So the first that I watched on Netflix was Casa de Papel and Shameless. Yeah. Into the Bible. And that was pretty much it. By the way, we're playing Dead Cell in French. But I used to have something in the background because it's not a narrative game, it's a rogue game. And what we have in the background is freaking Casa de Papel. So, I'll be recapping that also. But with the recapping, I recapped another season, another series that I didn't want to recap. Like, for example, with Overlord. Do I want to recap it? Not really. Dr. Stone right now, it's so fucking good. It is so fucking good, but it's so hard to recap. We're also recapping Canary vs. Penny, right? So we're always finding work to do. Always finding work to do. And ultimately speaking, I know what you're saying. Oh, Ink, your channel has way too many videos. I'm not gonna watch all of it. It doesn't matter. A lot of the channel videos, and this is truly something, and this is truly something that's inspiring, but kind of bittersweet. Bittersweet is the perfect expression. In one way, it's a testament of how much we change. Testament of 4 years of hard work. 4 years is how much time. It's 52. 208 times 7 is about 1,456, which is pretty good. That's how many days I've been making content, and more than that. 1,480 days. If I made an hour of content per day, that's a shit ton of time. I'm seeing people that have been there, and this is sad because I had this talk with a lot of people, and again, I think it's right now I'm more chill, I'm more relaxed because I'm like, okay, well, guess what? That's your choice, but it's still such a bad choice. You're streaming on Twitch, but you're not recording it for YouTube. You're not archiving it. So what the fuck are you doing? You know? There you go. And I don't understand people. Why do this job for it to disappear? Right? And I think ultimately speaking, I think it's the mentality of the 9-5. Right? The mentality of the 9-5 is super easy. Is I'm paid per hour. Doesn't matter what I do, I'm paid. And if I'm lucky enough, I did a good job. This is the mentality of the worker. If I'm lucky enough, there's work for me tomorrow. And if I'm lucky enough, I did a shitty job. No. If I'm lucky enough, I did a good job enough for me to be called tomorrow. And if I'm lucky enough, I did a shitty job that will make sure that 1 week or the other, I'll have the same job to do. That way I'm always having work. That's the mentality of the worker. That's what the thing with streaming. Why would I understand it. Why would I archive a stream when the next time I'm going to be playing another stream? And it's right. They're right. I hate to say it, but they're right. Doesn't make it. Why do I hate to say it? It just feels counterproductive. I was bred into thinking that if you're gonna do a job, do it right and do it once. That's what I'm thinking. I was playing Fortnite this morning, and I was playing Fortnite yesterday. Fortnite, I have over 3,000 hours on it. You know the greatest thing about Fortnite? You know the greatest thing? I never played it I played it once offline. I never not played it online. So I've been playing for 3 years, and all of them are on stream, right? I fell asleep streaming Fortnite. I fell asleep once or twice, or a lot of time actually, playing Fortnite, right? And it's just sweet. It's just nice. It's just, I don't know. It just feels good. It feels good. It feels righteous. Another way. It's gonna be raining, so I'm not gonna be making videos the whole day. The plan is to finish this, to play a little bit of game. I'm thinking about Final Fantasy Z. I'm thinking about a lot of things actually. Final Fantasy, and I'm thinking about the tower. Not the tower here, the tower, the New World. Which I'm gonna probably drop because I want to start playing Eteria. Eteria sounds so fucking good. Okay. So, like I was saying, very poorly, But it's kind of nuts because there's always going to be content. I made a video on how scary it was, how there's so much content, there's so many videos to react to, there's so many ideas that I'm coming with, right? And I'm still young, I'm 32. But even if I did the next 20 years, that's the craziest part. I'm going to do this till I want to. Like, I want to have kids and be doing this, you know. And ultimately speaking, if I can do this for another 25, 30 years, it'll be amazing, right? In 25 or 30 years, I'm still gonna have content because every time there's some more that adds to it. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. Whoa. Sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom. And that's a crazy thing, like I was talking about, right? Most of the videos that I did here are pointless. Everything that I've ever done is pointless. Everything that I ever said is pointless. To certain degrees, right? Because it's not timeless. It's not everlasting. Psychology changed, the way of thinking changed, society changed, everybody changed. I was talking about how a lot of the videos that I did on here, like quantity over quality, right? A lot of the videos that I did here that I need to do, a lot of the videos that I was doing is are meaningless. Like, for example, this very video is meaningless. Because I'm talking about not having ID, but by doing these videos I got 2 IDs. Pointless and care system. Right? those 4 years of videos, care system, those 4 years of videos, right? You could say, bro, and people delete videos. I don't know why. Instead if you're embarrassed, but fuck it, right? People understand that you're younger. It's such a touchy subject too. Like for example, yeah, the video that I did 4 years ago that I don't agree with right now, right? There's a video that I was gonna do a video last week because I got into a fight with my mom, got into a fight with my father, got into a fight with Jess, and all three it was like, dude, we know better. We know better. We know best, but trust us. It's with my mom. So I'm having a nice day with my mom, and I'm not even going there to apply, but we having a cafeteria. We're in a cafeteria, and the table next to us are having an interview, right? And then I have the interview, and she's like, "Oh, you talk too fast." And she's in front of the boss. I'm like, "Mom, you don't realize what you're doing." And she's like, "Yeah, but I'm trying to help you. I'm there for you." And I was grateful for that. She was there for me, but it's a constant like, "Oh, you should cut your hair. Oh, you should lose some weight. You should lose some weight, but you buy me chocolate." You know, my father was already in a pissy mood, and because he was in a pissy mood, I wanted him to realize just how shitty he was. So I pushed him. Didn't push him physically, but I pushed him. For example, he was in the traffic, right? And the road was blocked, right? And I told him, "Oh, you should have taken the other road." The reality is, it doesn't matter, stuck or not. Who gives a shit, right? But he was upset. He wanted to go back to work, and then it reminded me of being the exact same way. I was obsessed with making videos, with making content. I would get mad at my father for inviting me for supper. Because I'm like, dude, you don't know what I'm doing. You don't, which is true. You don't know what I'm doing. But still, it's a fucking supper. Like, relax. But at the same time, and then he got mad at me. Then he went too far and said some hurtful shit. And I'm like, okay, well, that's how you feel. That's good. But still, that's kind of shitty. And then my mom's boyfriend, somebody that you haven't seen in 10 years. I come in, he says hi, and then if you're looking for a job, you have to cut your hair, you have to lose some weight. Same thing my mom said. And I'm like, I haven't seen you in 10 years. And you're gonna tell me, what should I call it? You're gonna tell me what to do? Or with Janice. And Janice is a bit more willing or willful than I am. Me, I have to work on it. This is one of my biggest flaw. I'll work. When I'm done, I'm done. There's no getting back to me. And then just kind of push a little bit more. And I was like, dude, and we were doing something, and I was like, bro, I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm tired. I'll do it on my own. So I get mad because he was like, dude, we're so close, right? But at the same time, he was insisting, and I was like, dude, don't insist. Right? I had to fight with people. Now the video was supposed to be like a care system, like caring enough. Like, for example, when I was younger, this is the video. When I was younger, I used to not give a shit. I would say sorry even if I didn't mean it. But now that I give a shit, I have to tell the truth. So for example, I told people like, hey, I don't want to be there for you, or I told people I was more honest and more open with people, not ended up hurting them. It's the right thing to do, So the care system is caring enough to hurt them, which is stupid. But then why I'm talking about this is, I said sorry to my mom, I said sorry to my dad, I said sorry to Janice, and I meant it. So all that video, all that vendetta was gone. So was it pointless? No. Was it pointless? No, because the way you felt wasn't pointless. You felt an emotion, and that was justified. You felt a certain type of way, and that was justified. However, at the end of the day, it doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't, because, and this is complicated. At the end of the day, it doesn't, because it was so for example, right, you have a heartbreak, right? And you have this pain for weeks and months. Now it matters. But if it's just like, oh, you know what, somebody did something to piss me off and I'm mad, that the next day I wake up and like, fuck that guy. The emotion was still valid, but not as valid as a breakup that lasts several months, you know? But those videos, at the same time, a lot of them, I wouldn't do them if I was the guy I am today. I wouldn't do them because I'm like, you change, you're more mature. But at the same time, you know, I used to say in videos, fuck the system, right? Which absolutely, fuck the system. But it's not about fucking the system, it's about the system is shitty for everybody. How far can you survive? It's like, okay, well, the system is shitty for me, for you guys, and for you guys. Why am I the only one complaining? Because the other people accepted it and thrived in it. I was not thriving in it, right? I wasn't using the system to my advantage. But at the same time, you're seeing 4 years and you see the evolution, you know? I was watching this guy, and he's annoying because he's always talking about, oh, I've been on YouTube for 17 years. But then you look at how much he grew and how much he lived, and like, holy shit, that's still something, you know? People don't understand how much you can change in 4 years. And then you document it. I was talking to a girl today, right? And completely different person than I am. Very, very different. But you still saw that the way she evolved, and she was talking about her past, and I'm like, holy shit, this is kind of similar to what I have, you know? And that's crazy. So then the whole video of today was a magical moment yesterday. I was streaming Fortnite. We were back in the 2022. I was playing Dead Cell in the morning. I was streaming Fortnite, and I was listening to TikTok Battle. And I went back, and it's all about the temperature too. It's all crazy. It's timing. It's a magical moment. It was a magical moment, like an almost orgasmic moment. I was sitting, and I was like, holy shit. I'm so good. We had very warm weather last week. Yesterday was a day where I was in the apartment and I felt a breeze. Like, oh, this feels so good. I was listening to TikTok Battle, which were super funny. And I was playing Fortnite. Fortnite I haven't played in 2 months and a half because, again, we only play when we stream. Exactly. You know? It just felt phenomenal. It just felt like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it how good it felt. Not in the sense of madness. You see how crazy this is? I just talked about how a feeling that was not long lasting was pointless. That feeling was gone. Like today I want to sleep but I want to make videos because we have the sunrise. Right? And that's kind of crazy. Because yesterday we were so good and now we're tired. We gotta wake up and be so good because today's gonna be raining. I get to stream. And tonight I like streaming. I'm falling back in love with streaming. And yeah. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. If you told me I was gonna miss it this much, I wouldn't believe you. If you told me that we're gonna do better today, I would not have believed you. And if you told me that the answer, and it's not necessarily how we're feeling, it's not necessarily, oh, dude, I'm doing so good, oh, dude, life is great. That's cool. But it's more than that. It's also the fact that we heal by doing things that we were doing. For example, as I said this yesterday in the video, we have less inspiration for making videos, and that pushes us to not make videos. I'm still talking as much because I still need to talk, right? It's in human nature, I guess. And I do live, I do TikTok live, I do Twitch live, I do streams, and I still get to talk to people. But it's more productive. See, I made 30,000 videos, 38,000 videos, if you count the 2 channels together. And in 4 years. I don't know if you're good at math, I'm not, but it's more than 9,000 videos per year. Right? No. What am I saying? What the fuck? What was the math again? I'm tired. I made 38,000, right? Divided by 4. That's 9,000 per year. 9,000 divided by 350. It's about, let's say 30 for good measure. I would make 30 videos per day. Did I truly make 30 videos per day? No. But just to show you. You know? Just right now, think about it. We're filming this video, that's 1. We're filming tower, that's 4. And I'm filming nature, that's 5. And on the computer, what I have, a video is uploading. You know? It's hard for me to understand people that says that's too much content. It possibly is, but see, you feel obligated to watch it. You don't, you shouldn't. Anyway, let's start with the Kenny versus Penny. We've got 60% left. That is perfect. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, I lied. I want to scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. It goes oh yo, yo yo. To the Britney, bitch. All eyes on us. To the I wanna scream and shout and let it. Ah, you're dumb, dude. So go, yo. Just here, I got 50 gigs off, which are good. Why I say you're dumb? Because I took away the tower and the camera. I had to restart it. I want to scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. There goes oh yo, yo. Oh yo. Ooh. What in the heck? Was that new? Don't make me log in my emails, please. There you go. They made me log into my emails. I can't. Because the 3 games have the same email. I'm gonna see if I do it again. I'm gonna scream and shout and let. This is Anna. Oh, I'm filming. Why am I filming? I don't know. And scream and shout and let it out. There goes oh yo. Yo. I want to scream and shout and let it all out. Scream and shout and let it out. All eyes on us. I'm so sweet on the There goes you're getting hot. Good. The sun is back. Oh, you're dead. Wait a second. I forgot to do something important. Fetch up. Hold me down. I'm 6 feet underground. Sinking in is the part of us. Use drug hostility is very tough and accurate. Oh. Gotta pull that shit out. There's a lot of relics, holy. Well, I am in Brittany, bitch. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Because I'm doing well, because I have a wonderful day on this, my hairs are kind of messy. On this 9 June 2025, I know what you're saying, Ink, the sun is strong. Bruh, what am I supposed to do? Sun, chill? It won't listen to me? Please? Oh shit, it didn't work. They were talking about a kind of like a, I don't know how to bring this up. Let me have my little notes. Eggs, pancake batter. See, still some humor. Talk about the care system. Care system, which is super important. So we were talking about in a video previously about how 4 years of making content really changed me, but also showcase how much I changed. So there's this version of Ink, which is 2021, this version of Ink was 2022, version of Ink, you get it, right? And they're different, right? And I was talking about how much video we made, and most of them were completely pointless. And I was talking about why they were pointless. Well, because our opinion changed. Like, for example, we were very anti-system. And then we learned that the system was a bitch to everybody. We weren't the only victim of the system, right? It was a question of, if it's flawed, what do I do? Yeah, the system is shitty. So what? Not so what in the sense of you should give up, but in the sense that it's shitty for everybody. So why are you complaining? What makes you the guy that's able to complain versus somebody else? Like, I cannot help but seeing a monoparental in French, a single mom, right? And she has kids, and I'm alone, and I'm complaining, and she's not complaining. It's not normal, you know? So then all of those videos are pointless because my thought process changed. The way I saw things changed, right? Then like, okay, well, if they changed, it is so windy. My door just opened, my phone is shaking, this is falling. Holy shit, it is windy AF. So okay, I got a video to do, and I got another one, and that's it. We are at 54% batteries, so that's actually pretty good. Hold me down, I'm 6 feet underground, and I'm saying, listen to Creed. If the person that knows why I'm listening to Creed, she'll laugh. I don't think she's gonna watch this though. So, I was talking about all of those videos, and I was like, okay, well, should I delete them? Because my point of view changed, right? But no, because this is actually a really good example. This is actually the single most bestest example in the world. Should I delete those videos because my point of view changed? No. They're pointless. Those videos are pointless because my point of view changed. But they still matter because It's a care system. I care enough about the way I saw things back then. I care enough about understanding why I was thinking those things. I care enough to see that I did change or I did evolve, right? But a care system, it's something that is so crazy. So the idea for a care system, that arm, right, was exactly that. I mean it when I say, like a lot of the videos that I saw, I would see myself today. I just see myself and I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? This is not true. Doesn't make any sense. But back then it makes sense. I was talking about our emotion. For example, I was talking about how I fought with my mom and my father, right? My best friend. And I was talking about the reason as to why we were fighting. And how my video, which is this video, was the care system and how much I should give a fuck. I'm so pressed of saying sorry to people, but when are they saying sorry to me? I'm itching to fix situation, but when are people trying to fix situation with me? You know? And it was a vendetta system. It was a vendetta because I was mad. And then I calmed down, I cooled down, apologized to people that needed apologies. And at the same time, it's nuts because right now, if I made this video, I would be like, I'm not mad, why am I making this video? Right? Now, the pointlessness of this is the emotion. So, was this emotion justified? Absolutely. Was I justified to feel pissed because of what happened? Absolutely. But this emotion is gone. You're never gonna say, hey, I'm happy today, but 4 weeks ago I was pretty mad about something. You're not gonna say that. You say, hey, I was happy today. That's all that matters. That is absolutely all that matters. You know, wait a second, what is that? What the heck? Almost as if somebody took a knife. What the heck? Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, almost as if someone took a knife to the window. Damn. Okay, it's getting pretty warm. See, right now, I'm making this video, and this is the craziest part. I was talking about this a couple minutes ago, it made so much sense, and now I'm like, I'm going to make this video, right? But the video in itself is all about the care system. The care system is what? And I was talking about how I felt, and how I felt like making this effort for people, right? And I was talking about how when I was younger, I didn't give a shit. I was just like, okay, well, sorry. Even though I wasn't sorry, I would say sorry because it would shut people up. It's like they saying I'm fine, but I'm not fine because it's easier to say, right? And you would tell sorry to people that didn't deserve it because they didn't care. And lately I've been trying to be more honest, and I've been talking to people, and honestly, and oops, and it's a bit different because some people that are like, for example, right? As a streamer, you know this, you get approached by 24 of graphic designer per week, right? And some I get less because, you know, I'm a small channel, but somebody approached me and I was like, hey, and they were being insistent, and it made me mad because they were using a picture of Lena Paul. Lena Paul, if you don't know who Lena is, don't worry about it. If you do know, you're a legend. They were using a Lena Paul. I'm like, first of all, I know it's not you, right? I know it's a porn star. Second of all, I just gave out who she was. Second of all, I said no, right? And that person was pushing, right? So that person was kind of justified. My reaction was kind of justified because they were pretending to be someone that they weren't, but also they were insisting. But then, I'm talking about people also that I barely know, and they're creating issues. Or friends, you think they're friends, but they're not really friends. They're only friends when it's advantageous to them. And you're making so much effort to fix things with them, right? When you shouldn't. My father said some hurtful shit, and it's not the first time, the last time. He used something I told him in confidence. Right? In confidence. To hurt me. My mom, I was making I'm looking for work. And pure luck, the person next to us was giving an interview. I waited till the interview was done and I applied. Then go to my mom's house to apply, and go to my mom's house to find a job. Then I do the interview, and she gave me shit. Oh, you're talking too fast. I see my stepdad, somebody I haven't seen in years because I don't like him. And he's talking about, oh, you don't present yourself good. You're not dressed properly. You didn't cut your hair. You have to cut your hair. And I'm like, I haven't seen you in 10 years. Who the fuck are you? You know? And that sucks. That sucks. Because this is a system that I understood like really young. And it's a system that's flawed because I feel like I have to be an asshole. Like in a perfect world, there's a reason why most of my life I didn't have a relationship with my stepmom. And I didn't have a relationship with my stepdad. You're not the parents. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know? My parents, I do give a fuck. But then I was like, okay, well, guess what? Maybe that's not nice. I should be nicer to them. They did help raise me, right? Should I be nicer? And then you realize that, no, you were right. Fuck them. Fuck them. That's not a good way to do. That's not a good way to say. Right? The care system would be something that you use to say, okay, well, this is how much fuck I give. Do I give enough a fuck with this person? Do I give a fuck enough with this person to say sorry or to fix the situation? If yes, is it always mean that I have to fix the situation? Okay, cool. If yes, why am I allowing the situation to repeat themselves? You see, it's such a complex thing, and it's not so much like per example, right? I was talking to this girl, and I made a video about her. It's not her fault. She doesn't know. So I go into the life of someone, and I meet this girl, and she's talking to me, and she seemed nice. So I say hi. I say what's up, you know, and we talk for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I want to work, but she's nice. So I'm like, okay. And then next week, she's starting to talk to me. And I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Like, yeah, what? It's like, she's texting me. And she considered me a friend, but to me, I didn't know her. Now, was I being friendly to her? Yes. Was she right to believe that we were friends? Absolutely. Was I an asshole? Absolutely. Do I regret how I talked to her and how I handled the situation? Absolutely, because I just said, listen, we're not friends. I don't know you. Was that an asshole move? Yes. But I was honest. And this is what I have a problem with. As with maturity came understanding. With maturity came compromises. So is the compromises lying to the person? Saying, yeah, I'll pretend to be your friends? Or no? And I don't know. And it's a flawed system. Like with my father, I was like, this is gonna be... This is gonna be me complaining, but fuck. With my father, it's not the first time he says that. He does something to hurt my feelings. You know? And he doesn't say sorry. He doesn't give a fuck. Is he a bad person because of that? No. Should I allow this behavior? No. My mom, she'll give me advice, but she'll repeat herself. Like, oh, you're talking too fast. You have to calm down. And it's crazy. I have like a recording, and it's the famous day where I received a bill from the government, the $13,000. I received the paper, and I'm freaking out. So I'm calling my parents, right? I'm calling my mom, right? And I'm calling my father. And then we talk, and then we talk, and then we talk. And then I'm listening to my mom, because it's her turn to talk, right? Me and my father were loud mouths, we're big mouths. When it's her turn, we're respectful. And then she said, don't be stressed, Steph. Calm down. I said, okay, no problem. She was right. I was stressed. And then the conversation lasted 45 minutes. She kept on saying, calm down. And then I realized, you just said that 7 times. I no need to repeat that. So I told her, Mom, when you're saying this, you're making me nervous. Which is true. She took it the wrong way. When she's gonna give me advice, she'll say, hey, you think I'm the enemies. I'm like, no, I don't think you're the enemy, but I don't like being given advice. Because it's your way or the highway. It's always the same fucking advice. Calm down. Talk slower. You've been telling me this for 22 years? Huh? Did it change something? No. And she keeps on saying things like, "Oh, I'm the enemies," and I'm like, "Nah, ma, you're not the enemy, but you know that I don't like getting advice, but you keep going, you keep trying." My mom, and I love her, bless her, but she used to want to put gel in my hair, and I will tell her no. And one time she traded shampoo for something that had like a gel effect. It's very pushy. You know? With my father it's less bad because my father I can tell him fuck you. He'll be hey. But then he'll realize that he did something wrong. And then he won't apologize, but they'll make it up. You know, he'll still like, hey, come on and have supper. I want to see you. Okay. You know? Which is nice. Just a situation like that. And as a kid, it's very, very hard. Because I was raised to say yes. If I didn't say yes, slap across the mouth. So you're saying yes to get rid of the problem, but you're not getting rid of the problem. You're not learning. I was a classical thing. I was a classical kid that says, hey, you apologize too much. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize too much. I'm sorry that I apologize. You know? But then I'm trying to be nicer. Being nicer is being more honest. And people don't want honesty. That's a hard pill to swallow. I told you guys my past about how much I used to lie. And now I'm finally being honest, and I'm realizing that people don't want the truth, and like, tough shit. What am I supposed to do here? You know? And then it's a whole system of, oh, this lie is acceptable, but this lie isn't. What's a white lie? What is a lie? There's even something called a noble lie, which is a lie that benefits everybody. Which is okay to lie then. So complex, but it's all human nature, right? I could be alone, working as hard as I am right now, having as much fun as I am right now, and I wouldn't have to deal with that bullshit. That's part of being in society. That's part of living with people. You have to deal with that bullshit. And then your whole care system is there's a lot of people that you're gonna be friends with that are gonna be like, hey, why are you acting like that? Well, because the other people are treating me shitty. But they didn't treat you shitty, so why are you treating them shitty? You know? It sucks. It really sucks. But I guess that's life, right? I guess that's the way she goes. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Okay. Now, I'm at how many percent? 44%, which is about, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm gonna need to charge you. Believe hold on to the feeling. See how dark it's getting? Getting dark in here. 4%. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the commercial. Because I'm doing well on this 9 May 2025. It is a gorgeous day outside. My hair is a mess. It is windy AF. Today we're doing a taste test. We are trying one of my favorite candy bar. I know what you're saying. Ink, it's not a taste test if you already tried it. Did they take a thumbnail? I don't remember. Today we're tasting Coffee Crisp Cold Brew. So yes, Coffee Crisp is one of my favorite candy bar ever. We never had the cold brew. I don't know if it's new. I don't know if it's something that's been there for a while. Look at this. This is super intense. This is super nice. I don't know what it's gonna mean. Am I a fan of cold brew? Not really. I like my coffee hot, even on a warm day of summer. Love my coffee hot. I'm excited to see what's going on with this one. Again, this is a candy bar that I love, so the bar is high. Something that I never tasted, so the bar is actually pretty cool. I'm excited. The smell, oh, it smells so good. It smells like coffee. Wow. Really good. It's a bit of a gimmick. It's really good. But to me, this tastes like a regular old Coffee Crisp. They're very good though. Yeah. Disappointing. Disappointing for reals. I was expecting this brand new product. It isn't. What the heck? That's right. Don't stop believing. To the feeling. Don't stop the. Don't stop believing. Hold on to believing. Let's go. Don't blink. Is your blink. Welcome to our show. Because we're doing well, because we're having a wonderful day on this 9th June 25. As you can tell, it's pretty early on. This is the sun rising for us. Because we're doing well. It's a bit windy today. We got 25% of batteries. So let's use every single second that I have to film a Kenny versus Spenny recap. Now, smart people, what they do is they open up the phone or the computer to be sure that they're ready, you know? We didn't do it. We have the classic filming on the tree, 2 phones, 1 tablet. Okay, I don't have the page open. Tell me guys, when did we finish last time? It has been a while. Your boy doesn't have the best memories. Okay. But is it here? I don't even remember where I put it. Give me a sec. Don't stop Okay, give me a sec. Fuck, where is it? Okay. Ugh. Fuck. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 South Detroit. She lived till midnight. Phone crashed. The computer crashed. Believing. Oh, La Salina. Come on, bro, please work. I'm not asking for much. Thank you. Okay, that's good. That's why it's not connected to the internet. Kenny versus Penny. There you go. I cannot find it, so I'm just gonna do I'm just gonna do the proper way to do it. Okay, so what was the website? Episode list. That's perfect. That is perfect. So we're gonna be changing website. I haven't done a Kenny. Oh, there you go. Flows because it's too hot. Yeah, the sun is rising, so we had a pretty good morning. It's been a while since we did some Kenny versus Penny, right? And we worked hard. So now I don't know where the thing is, but it's okay. We'll open up a new one. I cannot remember where to go. So what I'm gonna do, cut this shit out, because I got some neighbors. Okay, so Kenny versus Penny. Dude. Okay. It's not working. Oh, it's not working. Fucking goddamn. Yeah, we found it. There we go. We found it. Holy. Sorry about this. This is what happens when you're not planning your stuff. However, my defense, we've been filming for an hour 52. So we are at episode 19 of season 1. So who is the best actor? Who is the best actor is kind of like a good one. It's so nice because there's some continuity. By now you're supposed to know who Kenny is and Spenny is. So it turns out they both have no fucking talent. It's like we can put on a beauty pageant when Kenny's saying that he cannot sing, so he does a poem. So Spenny has some talent, Kenny doesn't. It's gonna be raining today. I'm gonna bring the chair in because it's wood. So I was supposed to sneeze. I didn't sneeze. So Kenny wants to do the Kenny puts himself in a bad situation because he wants to be. He's gonna take somebody else and do the whole switcheroo. Now he does try some things. So he tried the Julius Caesar. He tries the drunken hobo. Go figure as to why. He said no, I'm gonna cheat. And he has a mime do the thing. Do I believe in mime as an actor? Ugh. That is not up to. This is not up for me to decide. But I kind of would tend to think that it doesn't. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. If you're an actor, tell me if it is. If you're a mime, tell me if it is. So he ended up doing a super good profession. It's kind of like a boring episode for Kenny, but the result is phenomenal. They show how they're gonna do it. They have this mirror that is gonna go behind. They have this mask that is go behind. They have this judge that is super cool. Then we have Spenny. Spenny once again asked for a professional, and he's talking about this guy going on Mars and going on Moon. Now the coolest thing about who's the better actor is they actually put in a competition called who can put on the best theater piece. So this is the upgrade version of that. So he has those ideas about, and it's super funny. You don't even know how funny it is. So in this one, he's talking about how he's in the French Revolution. He's gonna get executed, and then he does a theater piece. And what does he play? He plays exactly that. So then the judge, who actually gives him good advice, asks him, "What's going on in your life right now? What is actually happening?" And it's like this competition. So then he ends up being a prize fighter, right? And actually here, Spenny was very impressive, very impressive. It's not about his fucked up relationship with Kenny, right? How he doesn't like Kenny anymore, how they're constantly fighting, how it's not such a toxic relationship. But they grew up together, and Kenny is the closest thing that Spenny had to a brother. See, it's kind of like a weird situation because socially speaking, Spenny does need Kenny more. Because Kenny has a friend, Kenny has a family. However, just like in episode 6, if it was for the show wouldn't exist without Spenny. Spoiler alert. There's even an episode where Spenny leaves and they try to find somebody else and it's complete shit. At the end, Kenny wins, which is not Kenny. It's the switcheroo. Sadly, I don't remember the humiliation. I don't remember what it is, but see, I feel bad about not remembering because some people just watch it for the humiliation. Some people will just watch. You want to make a lot of views? Do a compilation in order of the humiliation. You'll be rich. Next, we have who is the male stripper? So then, this one is actually kind of funny. So Kenny doesn't want to do the competition. And this is actually a really good competition, so for a lot of reasons. Let's get the leftover from the poutine. Bacon bits, cheese. Wow. That's some good food. I'm gonna be trying. Put you back. I want to film. easily one of my favorite episode. And it's so good because in the later episode of season 1, it just goes to show how the relationship has gotten worse. Now, what they said in the interviews is they would do an episode per week. Season 1 is 26 episodes, so that's possibly 26 weeks of living together and competing against each other. So Kenny's like, I don't want to compete. Like, fuck the competition, I'm gonna give it up. But he said, I want to win without doing anything, which is again a follow-up to the actor thing where he doesn't want to do anything. So it's like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm not gonna participate. That way Spenny will take the win. So what he does is, it's fucking bullshit. There's very erotic scene in this one, but these are from the guy that who can make a better porno. So who cares? My apologies. So on Spenny's side, he has a male stripper and he's asking for advice, and he's very copying. Spenny does put in the effort. He ends up putting the effort. He practices, he learns the move. On Kenny's side, he's like, fuck that. He writes a letter saying that he feels bad about it. He feels bad about what's going on. He feels like his mental state is important. He feels like he's been putting Spenny through hell. And then Spenny reads it, and he's like, Spenny reads it, and Kenny made a mistake, a grammatical error. And Spenny, as an asshole, he goes in and is like, yo, this is not how you write it. I thought that was really funny, because again, it's the funny guy versus the serious guy, which is the perfect duo in comedy. And he said, I don't believe it 1 second. Kenny preparation is going to see strippers. There's tits. There's one of them called Rosanna. Whew. And it's funny because one of them went for a male stripper, one of them for a female stripper. You know? Who knows? I was gonna say Hugo, which is, if you know what I'm talking about, you're crazy. You got this. Unlock, bro. Unlock. Oh shit, you see, it's windy as fuck. The phone is gonna fall, I have to hold this shit. So at the end, they have a bunch of judge, which are normal women, which I love because they're normal people, right? Not specialists, they're not professional, they just want to enjoy a good show. Kenny puts the smell, he puts some cheese on him, he shrinks his penis in cold water, he makes it on purpose not to do it. Spenny does a kind of like a role play. He's a nerd and he comes out and he's kind of, you know, not a nerd, kind of like a bad boy. That's pretty much it. So can he lose? Humiliation? I don't know. Not my favorite episode. It's kind of boring, but still. Who's the best figure skater? This one is great. You can tell what I like about season 1 is there's so many episodes that you can tell that it was Penny that chose it, and there's nothing good because at the end there's like a episode at season 6 which is called Who Can, and Who Can is like, I don't have an idea, I don't have a show, so let's fucking do whatever, right? But in this one, they go for figure skating. Spenny is a figure skater. Spenny used to be a ballerina. Trust me on that. So then he goes to figure skater and he rocks it, right? He has this little suit and it's kind of funny. Funny thing is, a lot of people don't notice, but the suit that he has and who's the figure skater is a suit that he reuses in the Christmas special. How crazy is that? That's completely fucking phenomenal. Apart from that, listen, it's not a super interesting episode when it comes to competition. When it comes to Kenny gets injured, and then he realized that Kenny was faking all along. He bought some makeup artists to make it seem like he broke his bone, and it's a really good show because Spenny feels awful. He's trying to help Kenny, but then he helps Kenny, and Kenny takes advantage of without, I don't know if he takes advantage, but he's asking a lot. He's asking a lot. Like, there's the mentality of, he's my friend, I should ask for the bare minimum, versus, hey, I need this shit, give it to me, right? But then Spenny complains, and Spenny is like an asshole, right? And then it's funny that Kenny goes in and he talks about a killdeer, which is a bird that will act injured and run away when a prey is not looking. So that's what he's doing. It's not a super interesting episode. The first time you watch it, it's like, holy shit. The fact that he faked it, the fact that he faked this, he bought people as a first responder he bought them to come on this. They cut up a Jean, which is, he didn't want to cut up Jean. The makeup team did such a good job. And there's even something that's super funny. The t-shirt of Spenny is his coach. The coach of Spenny asked Kenny. The coach of Spenny asked Kenny, "Are you okay? Are you good?" He's like, "I'm shivering. I'm cold." So it's really funny. And he ends up at his mom, you know. But it's just. See, the episode is good in the fact that Kenny did something smart. The episode is good in the fact that Kenny pushed Spenny, tortured Spenny. But Spenny once again complains so much that it's not really enjoyable. It kind of sucks, right? Which kind of sucks. Season 1 episode 22. Who Can Survive in the Wood the Longest? One of my favorite episodes. It's very torturous. It's very bad, but in a lot of ways. And it's being surrounded with those guys for so long that it really changed. I would have put this episode at last though. I would have did the season finale on this. So, how much percent? 19. Okay, we're good. We're gonna be able to finish season 1 at least, and the rest is easy peasy. So Who Can Survive in the Wood the Longest is classic survivor mode. They go out, they have nothing on them, they don't have food, they don't have anything. They have to survive in the forest. So now they prepare themselves. I think Kenny brings a whistle. Oh yeah, they both have a whistle, and if they blow a whistle, they give up on it. Spenny has nothing planned, which is normal for Spenny, and Kenny has a magnifying glass. So they get into trouble right away because Spenny always watch over Kenny, so Kenny cannot do the fire. So the first day Kenny had a fire, and Kenny is kind of like an asshole. But at the same time, Spenny kind of, without deserving it, Spenny, the competition started complaining right away. So Kenny's like, okay, well, I'm gonna put the fires. And he's like, if you want some fire, entertain me. So Spenny does a dance, he humiliates himself for fire. And then they fight, and Spenny's like, you're an asshole, you made me do the elephant, can you believe what you did to me? This is not what true friends should do, right? And then, which is right, Kenny goes too far, admittedly. But then Kenny answer, you're always complaining. If you don't want to compete, don't compete. You're always complaining. And why that's so cool? Because this is the end. Kenny is an asshole to Spenny, but Spenny does complain. So this would be so cool if they what should we call it? It would be so cool if it was the finale. If it was because the whole season they fought. They end up declaring draw, which is the first draw, which means that they have to kiss as a humiliation for the team. It's a cool episode, but it's pretty boring. It's a cool episode when you look at it from a psychological perspective. It's a cool episode when you look at it from a critical point of view. As a normal viewer, it's kind of boring because it's those two push each other. Those two are tired of each other. Those two are at war. It's possibly the worst they have been. You'll see them fight. You'll see them really fight. For example, Spenny will take a hockey stick and hit Kenny, or a electrical cord and hit Kenny. That's about it, right? And Kenny will make fun of Spenny. That's pretty much it. This is the worst it gets. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, it's not the most interesting, but it's a good episode. Some of these episodes, they suffer when you watch them a lot. You know? So for example, imagine feeling bad for Spenny the first time he had to act like an asshole. Imagine seeing this 5-6 times. Like, fuck, I feel really bad, you know? Who will use their arm first? Another cool competition. They go in, and this one is... These are the competitions that I like the most. Finally prepare something. So he has a lot. He has a lot of food. He has 3 bottles, which is really good. Kenny is also prepared. He has food. He has coffee prepared, which is great. And they're like, okay, well, let's have this competition. So they both have like their hand tied up. And if you use your hand, you're finished. So then, I think it was literally fireworks or gunshot because I heard like a firework, and I hear the police go there. So I'm like, holy shit. So Kenny right away fucks with Spenny. So he started fucking with him. Kenny has something to pull down his pants and pulled it back up, which is fucking brilliant. Kenny's super smart. So they go into the competition, right? And then they push away each other. They push each other, but it's still, you know, because it's shitty for both of them. It's shitty for both of them. Then they want to have a competition. They want to have a talk. Penny was like, I'm bored. Let's have a talk. Fuck your talk. So then they ordered pizza. And they're like, yo, let's never fight again. The funny thing is, I don't know why. He's like, okay, Spenny wants to talk. And like, okay, let's talk outside. And then Spenny goes on the balcony, and Kenny closes the door, which is funny because Spenny cannot open the door with his feet. He can turn the key, but he cannot turn the lock, which is fucking phenomenal. Which is super funny. And then it's like about appendages. So appendages is like everything attached to your body works. So then he has his small person friend, which is called Alan. Alan, the actor, super nice guy. And he has Alan to help him. And he's pinching at Spenny, and he's using the pincher to pinch Spenny. And he's really an asshole to Spenny. And he's really helpful. And I gotta say, the relationship between the two of them is super nice because they're laughing a lot. They're fucking around a lot, which I love. Spenny, once again, doesn't have a strategy other than that. But even then, you put a 3 water bottle, and Kenny spits in them. And you're like, yeah, but it's Kenny, you don't expect that, you know? So the competition end, Alan takes the guitar of Spenny, his very first guitar, and throws it from the balcony. And Spenny catch it. That's how he uses the end. And that's pretty much it. Who can win a court case? Really good episode. Really, really, really good episode. Again, this is more theatrical than anything else. They're talking about a court case and how much a company is making and how much Spenny owes Kenny. So this feels weird because it doesn't feel like a competition. It's Spenny being sued by Kenny because you owe me money. How's that a competition? You know? But at the same time, it's really good. So what exactly happened is they have this KVS production, which is Kenny versus Spenny, and Kenny spent more money than Spenny. So Kenny's like, this is not fair. So then it's super fucking funny because they're constantly arguing. Oh man, this episode is great. So we hear from the crew from the first time. So for example, some of the crew, they're like, oh yeah, Spenny, he's a great guy. He paid for my ticket. And or this other guy, Bobby. I fucking dislike Bobby because I think he's a piece of shit, but that's my opinion. And he's like, I lent money to Bobby, and Bobby said he did. And then Spenny's like, did I ever ask you for it? And Bobby's like, yeah. And otherwise, Kenny, he's being generous. Sebi talks about it, but Sebi is a friend of Kenny since they were very young. The funny thing is, Kenny used to get high with Sebi's dad. Sorry, I'm gonna go to sleep right after this. When I'm done this, let's go sleep. So it's kind of funny in that case. But apart from that, what else is happening in this one? So Kenny, which is again a smartass, what he does is he has I don't remember what it was. I think it's a phone, and he destroyed it, and he created this bug, right? And he pushed this bug on it, and he blackmailed Spenny into thinking that he overheard his conversation. So, oh yeah, he took down an old radio. So then Spenny, he calls Spenny to make fun of him, and then Spenny's like, how much do you know? And he's like, I have a bug in your room. I bugged your phone. So Spenny goes in and check out and find the bug, which is not a bug. It's just to make it believable. And like, holy shit, like this. And then the funniest thing is, Spenny comes clean and talks about having phone sex, which is totally fine. I had phone sex. No shame there. We talk about having phone sex, and it's so fucking funny because Kenny had nothing. So now go to the court case. So Spenny goes in with his lawyers, and he's super happy because it's the what we call it is the that's a limitation. So basically, what happened is when you have a debt, a certain amount of time to pay it. If you don't pay it, it's void, because it doesn't. It's just that's the law. So then he's super excited about that. He's like, oh, I won the case, I won the case, I won the case, I won the case. Then the lawyer of Kenny's like, it only works if he's about to pay you. Let's say he owes you money but it doesn't work. His date to pay you back doesn't start. It starts when he's able to pay you. So if the moment he's able to pay you, if when the contract for Kenny versus Penny started, then you're still good. So then they go to the judge. The funniest thing is Kenny is fucking around. You say that's Penny troll Jujubee. Kenny, however, present his evidence in a garbage bag, which is unacceptable, but Kenny still win. The funniest thing is, Spin does a confessional, right? He does a confessional, and he tells the camera, he tells, do I owe money to Kenny? He says, yeah. Will I pay him back? Yes. Will I pay him back now? No. So he admitted that he owed money, which was the only proof that they need. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole ass episode. It's not bad, it's not great. It's pretty funny though, because there's so much going on. But again, this is season 1. For season 1, this is one of the best episodes. If it was season 4 or 5, this would be great. Oh, I only have 2, but I have 8% left batteries. Okay. Well, I'll do it inside. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to speed it up. Just because I'm tired. Okay, when the court case, never mind, it's really good. Let's go inside. I got 2. Who's a better boxer and who can live in a van? The longest before. So this one is actually kind of cool because it's again it's a two guys that are stuck together. You know that they don't coexist nicely together. Right? So putting them in a van together is pretty good. Now, this one I actually have to applaud for it. See, I'm a fan of Kenny when he does something good. I applaud him. It's rare, but I applaud him. I'm trying to charge my phone. Try to charge your phone. Please. So, in this one, what is really cool is that the thing is you don't have to plan for it. And it's 2 days. That's how much you pay for that. Well, the first one, I think it's not fast. Because when he doesn't need the van, it's more spending around on the food he has to for because not the difference will money today and he gets it easy. His kid is like, then if I can put that on chicken, then how much you he gets that. Kenny manages to cancel Penny's phone. So Kenny, the plan is to look super comfortable because he had a double efficiency. If he tries, Penny is done. Because Penny can give up. However, Penny is getting things officer is kind of like a creative competition. There's a lot of meta range, and physically speaking, it's very short. So they start fighting, and expect them to fucking and train and train and train and train and train and train. So you can the whole time it's like a lot of people in the fan that is kind of suspicious. I think just like but it's like a cage show goes into spin they're getting wardrobes and he has this just went into a cage, the lock the door is locked, there's still a papers that it's a camera of himself and he has some books, he has some apples, which Penny loves for some reason. I don't know. So another bunch of people. And he just right there. He goes to the Terraform, he goes to the and it's really fucking good. He just goes and have fun. Like, he has this love laptop. He creates a liberal jail though. Liberal jail. So then he feel bad. And I felt bad for that. I don't know if it's the case. He has enough to right? So then I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah. So Jenny comes in and he has like this he needs like this armor of foam. We think that Spenny's gonna have it. And then Spenny takes the bucket of shit that he had and so like, okay, now the time for the competition, they both show up at the ring, he doesn't show up, Spenny wins. That's the chance. So yeah, this is for season 1. Like I told you, season 1 is really good, it's entertaining, it was the first show, it was for season 5. A lot of the episodes are good, but it's not the best like it's not too crazy, it's not good. The show was good, season 1 was good. Season 1 is more than it's hard to actually the show really fucking good. But you'll see. But you guys really won't want to go to season 2. Okay. Now I have to. Is this? good. Yep. My apologies.
Okay, and what you just said does not constitute an
Your client just read.
I believe my client has not been formally identified.
That's it. How you doing, fellas? Help you some? Put your nose on the floor, you fucker! Okay. Don't you do nothing. My man came in here last week. He told you I wanted your stove. This whole neighborhood belongs to the East Side Crips. I'm under their protection. Want to talk to him? I like that, yeah. Hey, what's up, cuz? My name is David Hagan. Listen, you gonna go up against me, I'll kill you. Jesus! No! Come on, Dennis. Tell him I shot your son. Come on, Eli.